Welcome back to another daily roundup. It's day 5 and you can see behind us people are making their way up onto the start line because we have got a packed day. It's only about 10:15 in the morning, Boothie.
It is.
Full day of it. First things first, the weather.
Well, do you know
Drastic
what?
change.
It's a little bit overcast. There's been sort of bright spells intermittently. There's a slight coolness in the air, so I think the guys will want to get out in the first session and get a couple of good laps in, because this afternoon's session isn't promised, is it? With the forecast, but it's I think we're going to see some more fast laps, because this is the last day of qualifying before we get into racing. So they're going to want to, all them last little tweaks that they've been making, they want to make sure they're exactly where they need to be to get ready for races. We talk about qualifying, don't we? Realistically, it's particularly for the top 20, it's more like timed practice, isn't it?
Yeah. Because
the top 20 will set off in order of 1 to 20. The number you see on the bike is the number that will set off in the race. So really, you know, the main concern is getting the bike exactly where they want it to be, ready for the races that start tomorrow.
Do we think we'll see riders going faster than they have because the weather isn't as good, or slower, faster? Like, we've got more practice in, people have learned the circuit a bit more, they know what's going on around there, but the temperature's down on the circuit. But does that help with bike performance when the temperature's slightly down?
Yeah. But colder, denser air gives you a little bit more power. Slightly cooler tarmac. You know, we want warm tarmac and warm tyres for grip, but if it's too hot,
greasy,
it becomes greasy. So, you know, it's a bit of a happy medium. I think, though, I think we are going to see fast laps, because I think they're building through the week. And, you know, we talked about getting the bikes ready for racing. You can only really set your bike up for a race if you're riding it at race pace. So I think that's what we're going to see today.
Boothie, radio's calling, you head back off there. I'm going to see the action right now.
Enjoy.
John?
Yeah, good. Yeah, all happy. Yeah, just 2 laps on the big bike there, and we'll park that up for the race, I think. Just got to save your energy. It's hard work for an old man like me, but...
Do you know what, though? You make it look so easy. I was out at Cronknamona watching. I've been down at Ilbury, and you look as good as a 25-year-old John McGinness. As fast as one as well.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just enjoying riding my bike. I'm not trying to get too much involved in anything what's going on around, you know. But it's pretty sort of selfish of me, really, but I'm just concentrating on me, what I want to do. I'm over the moon that Dean's on fire, you know. He's my teammate, he's for the brand and everything else, and the team is awesome. And I'm just chipping away, you know. If I get in the top 6, I'll be over the moon. You know, that's my target. I think there's a bit more to come from everybody at the minute. It was a bit of a weird session that. It was quite windy, it's rained, so the grip was just down a little bit, so everybody's just a little bit cautious, but we're just knocking the laps off, we're understanding the bikes, and we'll just keep chipping away.
I said it before and I'll say it again, watching you set off from that line is an absolute pleasure for me and for everyone, so we appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
Glad everybody's enjoying it out there. We're on a good show. There's a lot of fans out there at the minute. It's good.
It's so busy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's heaving, all the hedges are full, so it's awesome to see, yeah.
Awesome. Good. Right, cheers, John. Thank you, mate. From one extreme to the other, from John McGinness to a brand newcomer to the island. We've been waiting a long while for you, Gary, to make it to the island. Finally you did. How are we getting on?
absolutely loving it. I think I've said to everyone else, it's everything I thought it would be and more. I've wanted to do it from I was 3 or 4 years of age, like, and it took 27 years, or well, I'm 30 now, but it took 27 years of wanting something, and now I'm finally here. It's unbelievable, unreal.
What's the thing you've most enjoyed so far about practice and qualifying week?
It's just getting out on the bike and actually knowing where I'm going, because before I come here everyone says, are you nervous, or are you sure you want to do it? And I'm like, I want to do it, but until you get out on the bike you don't really know if it's going to be for you or not. Yeah. But no, it's, as I say, it's everything I thought it would be, and it's unbelievable. You're
going to be here for a long old time.
I think so, sadly.
No, not sadly for us.
No.
What was the first lap like? You were behind Milky, weren't you? When you got out there and you finally saw it, did you understand it all? Did it all start kind of?
To be honest, it was nearly harder. But I was nearly harder with Milky, because I was more worried about him and what he was doing instead of worrying about myself. Yeah. But once you got that over with Milky, it was brilliant. Don't get me wrong. He's been doing it long enough now. Whenever I got out on my own then on the super sport bike, it was just a joy. Everything just started to click and flow, and again it's still flowing. I think we're done 124.1 on the stalker there now, and it's a bit of a pinch yourself kind of moment, but we'll just keep chipping away.
Nice. So we're at a point now where we're starting to dial in a few settings as well, just trying to make it more comfortable, or is it still a matter of just getting laps?
There's no point touching her, because I'm not, you know what I mean, I'm still learning. There's no point, there's no point saying the bike's not handling here, it's not handling there, because I'm maybe not doing it justice. So no, we've just left the big bike as is. The wee bike, that's a brand new bike to us, with the next generation rules and stuff. The boys dug deep and bought a 750 Suzuki, the Mad Bros team, and we had a run out on it at the Northwest, and we're here now. It's totally different to the Northwest, like a snooker table compared to this. But no, Mark Arnott from Motorshocks there's dialing it in, and it's going good.
Nice one, Gary. Appreciate seeing you here, mate. Good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate. Rob Hodson, been looking out over the past couple of days. You've been looking pretty solid on that bike. How are you feeling on the sport bike? The super bike and also the super sport bike?
Yeah, the super bike. It's always super bike and super stock. They're always a challenge around here, just because of how powerful they are. But we're making progress. I got faster again there, and it's just frustrating when you think it's a fast lap and you get back and it's like not so fast. Oh, it's still fast, but not what you expect. But yeah, we've only done a couple of laps on the super sport bike, and we're not far off what I did last year on the Yamaha. So yeah, we're pretty happy with that. The pattern's parked up as well for ready for the races. So yeah, we're not in too bad of a position, to be honest.
How difficult is it adapting to that Ducati compared to that Yam before?
They're completely different. The Ducati's more relatable to a super twin, really. I know it is a twin cylinder, but the gear pattern around here and stuff like that. So yeah, if we can just get more comfortable and pick a bit more time off, I think we'll be there or thereabouts.
Plenty more to come then?
I think so, yeah.
Nice one, appreciate it, mate. Cheers. Brian McCormack, spoke to you yesterday. These levers were looking a hell of a lot dirtier. You were doing a bit of hedge cutting, right?
Yeah, I did the county council job for them. That new letters.
Oh, new levers, not clean levers?
Unfortunately, we had another incident after that, so
what happened?
I had to strip off a quarter bridge. A bit of petrol went on me, so.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it gave the crowd a show. So unfortunately the fuel cap just wasn't tight enough, blew off the Bunbury Hill and soaked me, and basically I was kind of a bit crispy from a few burns from the fuel from head to toe, and some sensitive parts were very sore because I was sitting in it. So I gave the crowd a showdown. It was like Magic Mac instead of Magic Mike. I was straight off, pouring the water all over me, giving everybody a show, and then end up in the fire station getting a shower in there. So
did you make any money out of it?
No. People are well paying me to put them back on, maybe, but no. So yeah, I had to change letters, but so there's no grass on these ones. But that lap was good. Unfortunately, the bike actually ran so cold in the wind, I had to pull over a Ballycrane, try and get some heat into it. It's a new engine, so I didn't want to chance it in practice, and build up a bit of heat into it and go again, but it cooled down straight away again, so need to maybe tape up the rad a bit.
I've never considered that as an actual worry on a bike. What temperature are you getting down to where you're thinking this is a bit too cold?
My dash would tell me when it's under 70 degrees that's too cold, but if it was a race you'd run on, because the oil temperature would be hot anyway. Because it's a new engine, I just didn't want to chance it, so I tried to get some temperature into it, went again, and then it cooled down again, so it was kind of just a steady enough lap. But I'm very happy on the big bike now, so I need to get out and try and muscle around this little 750 and get used to that.
Well, if anyone can muscle it around, you can.
I hope so. The size has to be good for something.
Exactly, yeah. Right, Brian, thank you, mate.
Cheers, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers. It's Julian Trummer, everybody. Julian, spoke to you a couple of times up on the grid. Big bike has been causing a few issues. We did see a couple of nights ago a bit of a moment over Crosby Leap. That session, you said you'd made a lot of changes. Yeah. Are we finding the right direction at least?
Well, she was really loose, a bit loose, I'd say, really twitchy and nervous, and thankfully it worked out. So she's super stable now. I didn't
really?
Yeah, I didn't really push. It was like the same lap time, but just for like, it's just so stable now. And all of a sudden, like the jump over St. Ninians and Crosby jump, there's like, oh, it's actually stable and nice now to ride. So that's the way to go now. So we got a good direction. Couple little issues still, but at least we've got like a base, and now we can move forward. Yeah, feeling super happy now. The boys are working really, really hard. We've got the TC Racing crew here as well. They're helping us out, thankfully. So yeah, big shout out to Smith Racing and TC Racing. They keep me happy.
Were they all worried about you coming back and saying you've got the same problem again, or?
Possibly so, yeah. They wouldn't say, but I think that's what it was, yeah. No, but thankfully that's sorted. The bike's really stable and smooth now, and now we've got a good base, and now we can push a bit more.
Perfect, that's amazing. Yeah. I love it.
Cheers.
Nice to hear it, mate.
Thank you.
the Rubik's Blue. Those critical lines that I can't get to. You slip through time, but I won't let you. Come with me, we'll travel to infinity. Come with me, we'll travel to infinity. I'll always be there, oh, my future love. I'll always be there for you, my future love. Come with me, we'll travel to infinity. Come with me, we'll travel to infinity. I'll always be there, oh, my future love. I'll always be there for you, my future love. We'll travel to infinity. Come with me, we'll travel to infinity. I'll always be there, oh, my future love. You, my future love. Come with me, we'll travel to infinity. Come with me, we'll travel to infinity. I'll always be there, oh, my future love. I'll always be there for you, my future love.
So there we have it. The sun is setting here on the island for another day, and the sun is setting on qualifying.
I like how you've done that. That's lovely.
It's almost like I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Sort
mate.
of.
Almost.
One word for it, isn't it?
Gents, qualifying's done and dusted. Who wants to pick it up and who wants to start with the main headlines? Thomas, go.
Dean Harrison, 135 mile an hour lap.
Yep.
And it was a short lap.
Which means what for the people that don't know that?
So they flagged him off before he got over the line, which he wasn't very happy about actually. They had to do that because another session was going on track, but it meant his lap time, was effectively longer. We didn't get to see what it could have been. So he's done that because he's decided, right, now I'm going to stick my neck out a bit. And he hadn't done that all week, and I think he did that just to affirm to himself what's actually available to him. And it's a proper shot across the bows of everybody else.
Yeah, and he's affirmed it to everyone else, hasn't he? He's properly thrown a gauntlet down. That was outright lap record pace for a lot of that lap. Like Tom said, unfortunately, he didn't quite get. It's not on paper to finish the lap, but everyone knows.
Yeah,
everyone knows what he's done.
They can do the maths, can't they? And sit easy on that. And he's off for a cup of tea and beans on toast.
I like it. It's the dinner of champions.
That's right.
So let's park Dean there as kind of the favourite for the big bikes. Super Sport, I think we look at Michael as a favourite, but is there anyone else in there that we need to be keeping an eye on?
Yeah, like Hickman is quietly creeping up, and he's not far off really, in the grand scheme of things, and he's just going about it the right way, just chipping away. He's not over fatiguing himself. He's not attacking too hard because he has struggled through the week a bit with his fitness and his arm. But yeah, he's somewhere near. And as we know, it's a TT. Anything can happen. You've just got to be there and be ballpark. And maybe a shout out to Josh Brooks. He's looking good on that Ugly and Co GSXR 750.
Yeah, and like you say, Pete's one of them riders, isn't he, that builds over the week. Some of the guys like Dean, like we mentioned, Michael Dunlop, can go really fast straight away. Pete Hickman's never really done that.
No.
He comes to the TT and he builds and builds and builds. And by the time we get to race week, he's always one of the fastest out there, isn't he? Whatever bike he's on. So, don't write him off.
And a 130 man in the Super Sport class a few years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Sport bike / Super Twin. Again, we're looking at Michael down the speed trap, 4 or 5 mile an hour faster, or more than that?
More, mate.
Yeah?
More. Yeah.
Well, a hell of a lot more. So let's park him to one side. What else is kind of happening there? Are we seeing anyone else coming through and challenging for the podium?
Mike Brown was looking really good on that pattern.
Yep.
He's setting off number 1 on the small bike, so yeah, he'll definitely be a name to watch.
It's going to be a really interesting fight, that, because there's 5 or 6 lads really who can chase for a podium. So going on about Mike, he's setting off number 1. That bike absolutely resplendent, that Melbury Laycock Racing. Yeah, absolutely mint thing. So that'd be awesome to see that going at number 1. But he has got a lonely race. I don't think he'll get caught. I don't think Dunlop will catch him. So he will be at it on his own. So a lot of concentration and a lot of thinking.
Will that play into his hands? Obviously, he chose to go number 1.
Yep.
Will that play into his hands, or is that what he wanted?
Yeah, because a lot of riders want to. Me and Ben always wanted to go number 1. You just got the road to yourself, concentrate, you ain't got to worry about passing anybody, and get your laps under your belt.
Oh, that's an exciting one. Further down the course, let's go back into kind of every category now. I spoke to Julian Trummer. In fact, you know what I found out a lot today is everyone seems to be much happier than they were at the start of the day. I spoke to Julian Trummer. He's been having handling issues. He seems to have sorted that out.
On the Triumph?
On the big bike, on the BM.
Bike,
he looks comfortable on the Triumph. The big bike was still a handful. He came in, interviewed him, and I was expecting him to say the same thing. Whatever they did, they sorted it. Jamie Coward.
Yeah, loads happier.
Oh, he's like a different man, isn't he?
Yeah, 130 mile an hour lap today, Jamie Coward on the big bike. So yeah, another one to watch. He's one of them riders, isn't he, that you can just see him if something happens to one of them sort of front 3 lads that we expect to see on the podium. He's going to be in that group, that big group of riders that might just sneak a podium. But that's a big group of riders, isn't it? I'm talking about, there's Josh Brooks, there's Cummins, there's
Uchi.
There's a big long list of them.
Big list.
Brooks, that we can't name. That we keep forgetting about. Well, you won't forget one. You won't forget one.
Yeah, exactly.
Dom Herbertson.
Exactly. Yeah.
Keep going.
Mike Brown.
Rob Hodgson.
Yeah, it's that massive group from number 3 to number 10.
Yeah.
That you just don't know who's going to be that next one along, do you?
Yeah.
And like I say, you to finish round here, particularly the big. Well, we've got a 3-lap race tomorrow, but the big 6-lap races. It's just to finish one of them is an effort. 1,000,001 things can go wrong. One of them top 3.
You've forgot a name.
Go on.
John McGinness.
John McGinness, of course. And I think that'd probably be...
Could be a podium.
If we saw him on the podium, I think that'd be the most popular podium finisher on the island.
Again, to round this up, I know
Newcomers.
you want... we haven't even got time for newcomers. But Gary McCoy, again, another guy who has been not touching his bike, left it as it is, and he's
Doing
getting
laps.
more and more comfortable. Same with Reece Stevenson.
Reece
I didn't get a
Stevenson,
chance to chat to him, but
same thing.
Exactly the same.
113.5 mile an hour lap now.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Amazing. So exciting. Lots happening. But the main important thing is, tomorrow is...
Race day.
Yes, we've finally
Got
got
it
racing.
right.
Let's have some high fives for that, eh? You say there's no chemistry in this three.
Sorry.
Right, join us tomorrow for another daily roundup.